Discarding a narcissist is a difficult task because they will often try to manipulate and control you in order to get you to stay. It is important to remember that you are not responsible for their actions and that you have the right to be happy. Some tips on how to discard a narcissist. 1. Be clear and direct. When you tell the narcissist that you are ending the relationship, be clear and direct. Let them know that your decision is final and that you will not be changing your mind. 2. Set boundaries. It is important to set boundaries with the narcissist after you have discarded them. This may mean blocking their number, unfriending them on social media, and avoiding places where you know you will see them. 3. Seek support. It is important to have a support system in place after you have discarded a narcissist. This could include friends, family members, or a therapist. Talking to others who understand what you are going through can be very helpful. I'll tell you a story of what happened when I discarded a narcissist first. I had been in a relationship with a narcissist for 2 years. At first, he was charming and charismatic. He made me feel like I was the most special woman in the world. But over time, he became more and more controlling and manipulative. He would constantly criticize me and put me down. He would also isolate me from my friends and family. I finally realized that I couldn't take it anymore. I knew that I had to end the relationship. Even though I was scared, I knew that he would react badly, but I was determined to protect myself. I broke up with him over the phone. I told him that I couldn't be with him anymore and that I needed to move on. He immediately started begging me to reconsider. He told me that he loved me and that he couldn't live without me. He also started threatening me and blaming me for the end of the relationship. I stood my ground and told him that I was done. I hung up the phone and blocked his number. At first, he was relentless. He tried to contact me through my friends and family. He even showed up at my house a few times. But I refused to see him or talk to him. Eventually, he gave up. He realized that he couldn't control me anymore. I was relieved to be free from his abuse, but I also felt guilty and ashamed. I had been manipulated and controlled for so long. It took me a long time to heal from the experience. Here is a more detailed account of what happened when I discarded a narcissist first. Day 1. I woke up feeling nervous but determined. I knew that I had to end the relationship with my boyfriend, but I was scared of how he would react. I had been planning the breakup for weeks. I had practiced what I was going to say and how I was going to say it. I had also made plans to stay with a friend for a few days in case he became violent. I picked up the phone and called my boyfriend. He answered right away. "Hi," I said. "Can we talk?" "Sure," he said. "What's wrong?" "I need to break up with you," I said. He was silent for a moment. Then he said, "What? Why?" "I'm just not happy in the relationship anymore," I said. "We're not compatible." "But I love you," he said. "I can't live without you." "I'm sorry," I said. "But my mind is made up." He started to beg me to reconsider. He told me that he would change. He promised to be a better boyfriend. But I knew that he was just manipulating me. I had heard all of these promises before. "I'm not going to change my mind," I said. "I'm done with this relationship." He became angry and started to blame me for the breakup. He said that I was selfish and heartless. He also threatened to hurt himself if I left him. I stayed calm and told him that I was not responsible for his actions. I also told him that I would call the police if he threatened to hurt himself again. He eventually hung up the phone. I felt relieved that the breakup was over, but I was also scared. I knew that he would probably try to contact me again. I also knew that he might become violent. I packed a bag and went to stay with my friend. Day 2. I spent the day with my friend, talking about the breakup and trying to relax. I knew that I needed to be strong and that I needed to focus on taking care of myself. I also checked my phone and email regularly to see if my ex-boyfriend had contacted me. He had sent me several text messages and emails, but I ignored them all. Day 3. I woke up feeling better. I was starting to feel more confident and more in control of my life. I went back home, but I was still cautious. I kept my doors locked and I didn't answer the phone if I didn't recognize the number. Day 4. My ex-boyfriend showed up at my house. He was banging on the door and yelling my name. I was scared, but I refused to answer the door. I called the police and they came to my house and escorted him away. Day 5. I went to court and got a restraining order against my ex-boyfriend. I was finally free from his abuse. The months that followed, I spent the next few months healing from the experience. I went to therapy and I talked to my friends and family about what had happened. That was my story with the narcissist.